You're listening to the Geek Blues Podcast, the show that tunes you in and hypes you up on your favorite anime and games. Glad you could make it, Geek Bros and Bluesettes. And now, without further ado, here's Genbu and the Geek Blues crew with today's episode. So sit back and enjoy the ride. You're in good hands. And don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Geek Blues Podcast, where we tune you in and hype you up on your favorite anime and games. I'm your host, Genbu, and tonight, for the first time in our podcast history, we have all of the Geek Blues hosts on the mic, and I'm very excited. So first and foremost, I'm going to give it up to Bill. What's going on, Bill?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited. I'm psyched. I'm ready to get this started, you know. I'm feeling kind of a little antsy right now. I had some coffee, so that might be it. But.
Low antsy. I'm antsy to talk about our topic tonight, so I want to get into that.
And of course, speaking of which, Dandy Guy in Space, how's it going?
Yo, my boy.
Glad to have you back on.
Oh, thank you, man. Love this. Oh, I've been waiting for this all week.
I know. And of course, last but certainly not least, Major, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Were you like winding up?
I am super excited to talk about this topic. I've been grinding for the past week, and I've just been accumulating so much in this.
Tonight we got our Red Dead Redemption 2 that we're going to be talking about.
So excited about it. I'm super excited to talk about this. Also, the gang's all here, which is incredible. I've been waiting for this for a long time now. And I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like Deku. I feel like the quirkless wonder. I'm the only one without a damn nickname.
Where it go?
Yo, that's on you, man. That's on you.
That's not on me. I need people to tell me. I need people to give me a nickname. I can't just nickname myself. That's just weird.
I mean, you could do Buffalo Bill.
Hey, that's creepy, but like also like kinda okay at the same time.
I told you one that you could use. It's just highly inappropriate, you know.
It puts the lotion on the skin?
Yes, it does.
The hose again.
Or else it gets the hose again.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you heard it, you've heard it. Please, somebody come up with a good nickname for Bill here. All right, a Geek Blues name. All right, you can.
I need one.
He desperately needs one.
Yes, desperately.
I do. So somebody comment and tell me what my nickname should be.
Someone cue the Sarah McLachlan music, you know.
Oh my god.
In the arms of an angel.
I am an angel. Breaking it out already. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah, so speaking of which, you guys can name Bill personally through our social media. All right, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. All right, you can also go to our website, www.geekbluespodcast.com. All right, send us an email. Give us something to give this man a name. He needs some help. He needs some milk. He needs some milk.
I do.
Right? Some milk.
I do. It builds strong bones, okay?
Yeah.
So does lotion.
So we got a lot to go through tonight, all right? Like I said, I'm excited to have all my hosts on at one night. So before we get into the news, I actually have a song I want to play. Now, listeners and my fellow hosts, there's a new artist out. He's pretty hot right now. He's doing his thing. And he gave us a good shout-out a couple months ago, so I want to return a favor to him by playing a little of his new song. It's called Rise Up by Sinclair. All right? You guys can find it on YouTube. And it's pretty upbeat. I liked it. So I'm about to play a little bit of it for you guys, all right? Just to get our night started. All right, so you ready?
I'm excited to hear it.
All right, here we go.
Rise up, go in, go bipolar. Tell them, don't you slow up. My plans over my shoulder. Rise up, go ahead. I wish you soul up. Get bread. There's this voice in my head like you don't even know her. You be hoping I will throw my eyes at you. You be hoping I won't know the thing you do. You want it, I got it. You need it, so what you say? Don't feel like I want it, but fuck it, throw us in bed. Look at what temptation did. I feel it diving through. Nobody's real anymore, and yet I'm diving it too. Look at what temptation did. I feel it diving through.
All right, everybody. That was Rise Up by Sinclair. This little sample for all your listeners out there. Check him out on YouTube. Once again, the song is called Rise Up by Sinclair. You can find him on Instagram. He goes by the name Christian Plenty. All right, show him some love.
That was a jam.
That was, man.
Like,
That
I was
was,
sitting here dancing in my seat. You know what that reminded me of, actually? Considering this is like an anime and gaming podcast, it reminded me of like an anime intro, but like for like something like a Samurai Champloo with like more of a hip hop vibe to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was really jamming to that.
man. That
In
was
fact,
a ham jam.
if you watch the music video, there are some samurai swords involved in the fight scenes and everything too.
Oh, I dig it. I'll have to look it up and give him some hits.
Yeah, it was a hot video. So anyway, guys, don't forget to check him out, everybody. So now we're going to go into some news, okay? Now, I got a couple of good, interesting things I found, all right? Now, first and foremost, we all know Crunchyroll's been making some moves, all right?
Mm-hmm.
No more Funimation.
Sad stuff, man. It's really frustrating.
It is frustrating. It is something that's extremely sad. Because a lot of people that get Crunchyroll is really for that stuff alone.
Exactly.
So now that they're making some, moves, there are a couple of titles on Crunchyroll that are going to be departing. I'm going to read them off to all you guys, all right? And some of these titles, I'm actually very upset that they're going to be taken off Crunchyroll.
So you're going to make us cry while we're recording. I got you.
Thanks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bring the pain and the sadness.
I'm sorry, but I got to bring the news. And, sometimes the news is harsh.
Yeah. Ain't
So
that the
let's
truth?
see. So departing titles, we got Assassination Classrooms leaving Crunchyroll.
Really?
Along with, yeah, I know, right? I didn't think they would take that one off out of, there's a whole, wait, I didn't even get started yet. There's so many more that you got to,
I'm so not prepared for this at all.
they're taking off heavy hitters. I'm like, what's going on? They got Overlord Season 1, they're taking off. They got Yu Yu Hakusho taking off. Bad move, Crunchyroll.
Well, we heard we heard last week that you're a big fan of that show, so
I love that show.
Yeah, so you're probably hurting pretty heavy on that one.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite project by Shonen Jump, definitely. Noragami's getting taken off Crunchyroll.
No,
Really? Oh my!
I love that show so much.
That's a big oof. That's a really big oof.
That one hurts my heart.
Well, I got two. Listen, if you think that's bad, also Cowboy Bebop's being taken off Crunchyroll as well.
Wait. What in the fuck?
Why would they do that? That's like one of the most legendary. Like anytime you go to any kind of convention, that's like, oh, what's your favorite anime? And everyone's always like, oh, well, like Cowboy Bebop's always up there. Like you don't even have to mention it because everyone knows it.
Thanks, Sony.
I'm actually thinking
Thanks,
about
Sony.
getting a Faye Valentine pinup style tattoo. I love Bebop so
should.
much. I love Bebop so much. Yeah, I want to get it on my upper leg, but it'll be awesome and super. That's terrible.
Yeah, well, if you think that hurt, they're also taking off Samurai Champloo.
I hate my life.
Oh my god!
I had a feeling that was coming.
I literally just mentioned it.
I was about to say you just mentioned it.
Let's go.
You jinxing shit.
And of course, another good anime that I really enjoy. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it at all yet, but it's called Psycho Pass. They're taking that one off too. I'm a big fan of that show.
I actually fell off of that about 5 episodes in because it was too slow for me.
Yo, what? That show, I love it.
was so
I love
slow.
that show. I've seen the movies, all the seasons. Ooh, you gotta give it a chance, buddy. You gotta give it a chance.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
but I mean,
a lot of people
kind of limited.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that it's really good, but like I just couldn't get into it for some reason. I have no idea why. But I
read the manga, everything. Yeah, please, check it out. I can't believe you fell off of that, man. Come on now. Man.
I know, right?
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
You know what? You're right. I really can't argue that. You throw a drop in like that, I just have to walk away now. I just have to, just note taken. See you later, guys.
So even though they have some heavy hitters leaving Crunchyroll, they do got some dubs coming. Now they got now as far as what's leaving, there's a bigger list, but I'm not going to name all of those. Some of them are just kind of like small fry anime. Not all of them, but as far as I'm concerned, they are. So I'm going to move on to the dubs that are going to be coming to Crunchyroll. So we got Berserk. It's going to be in dub on Crunchyroll.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got Bungo Stray Dogs, a personal favorite of mine.
I've never seen that as well.
That's a good one. Definitely check that one out. That one kind of like snuck up on me.
I love when shows do that. I love when you find something out of the blue and you're just like, I absolutely love this.
It's kind of how I found. It's kind of how I found My Hero Academia. It was really like my best friend and my girl were watching it, and I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'll pick it up." And 2 days later, I'm fucking hooked.
That's what that show does to you.
God, it's like the thing is, it's basically the same thing as Naruto. If Naruto was in modern times,
I can kind of see that.
Someone said that to me in the gym yesterday, and I disagree. I don't think it's like Naruto. I think it's actually better.
Well, no, I'm not saying like it's on the same level as Naruto, and we'll agree to disagree there. But I mean, when you think about it, jutsus are just quirks. You grow up to become a hero, aka a ninja, to protect people who are regular, blah blah blah. But again, it's done very well in a very unique way. It's a really good show, and the movie was spectacular.
Still haven't seen it?
Yes, it was.
Why have you not seen the movie?
I cannot find it online. I literally cannot find it online.
I watched it in theaters, and it was beautiful.
Yes, and I am jealous and envious of both of you, Majora and Genbu. I hate you. I don't hate you. Like I said, I'm envious of the fact that you saw it, and I did, and I'm mad.
Oh, speaking of which, you know what? I have to give a shout out to. I need to give a shout out to a recent member who joined our Facebook group, Michael Styles.
Oh yeah, went to high school with him.
Yeah, he actually requested a My Hero Academia episode, so I'm going to give that to you, Mike. I hope you're listening. All right, that episode's coming for you. And thanks again for commenting and being a part of our Facebook group.
Yeah, thanks for everything, man. Thanks for supporting and subscribing and listening and all that stuff. You're a cool dude, man, and we really appreciate it here.
We appreciate you. Oh yeah.
You are the reason why we still do this.
You guys can join our Facebook group. It's called Geek Blues Anime and Gaming Roundtable. All right, we're on Facebook. It's connected to our Facebook page, so come join in. We post some pretty good stuff on there, so don't be shy.
I love how it's not a roundtable. It's more or less a meme cesspool.
Yeah, right.
But which is the best type of cesspool. If it's memes, it's wonderful, and it's all anime and fun memes. So if you guys like anime and fun memes, you should join the Facebook group.
Yes. So a couple more anime that are coming to dub, or that are going to be dubbed coming to Crunchyroll. We got an anime called Free, the Iwatobi Swim Club. I've seen that one. I have to watch the third season though. That's a pretty good anime. I know a lot of girls. I know you ladies are gonna like that one a lot. A lot of male. What did they call it? Fan service in that? That's the right word, right?
Fan service.
Is that why you like it so much?
Never heard of that.
Nope. Yo, you got jokes. I like actually. Here's why, because I've been getting into sports anime a lot, and that anime.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, swim teams and everything. So and that anime is pretty. It's pretty good anime. I mean, I know I don't watch it for the fucking.
For the outlines of the guys' junks.
I don't know. The last sports one you told us to watch was, all about dudes. The swimming
Which one was that?
The sumo.
That's martial arts though.
That's different. Yeah, I view that different than a male swim team.
Well, it's actually good. There's no gay shit going on there, so Well,
I mean, gay shit isn't bad. I mean, like I've watched what's the one show, number 9, I believe. that was really heavily influenced.
That's called number 6. You're talking
Number
about
6. I flipped the numbers around.
I mean, hey, in the right order, it's not bad, right?
No, and when I say gay shit, people, listeners, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean like there's nothing homosexual going on in Free. So if that's what you want, then then there's other shows you can watch. But Free is
Might have
mainly
to
all
do
about
a
swimming.
quick Google incognito search for that one.
Yeah, number 6 was actually a really, really good show, and it kind of hit me off guard with the gay tension like towards the end of it. But it was actually like the story wise, I really, really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, it was a good anime. It was really good. Before we continue, I gotta mention one more on the list that's gonna be dubbed and coming to Crunchyroll. It's called RE0, Starting Life in Another World. That
RE0.
Yeah, that's a very popular one.
Yeah.
That actually turned out to be very good. I enjoyed it. It had some creepy moments in there too.
Oh, yeah,
in fact,
for sure.
there was a moment in there I should have mentioned in our last episode with Major, but it kind of just slipped my mind. So, but I'm sure I'll bring it up again one day for another one of our best top 10, whatever.
Well, I plan to be doing this for a while as well, so it will definitely come up.
Yes. So anyway, that's it for. Well, like I said, the list is longer, but I don't really feel like going through the entire list. And some of these animes, I know, but I don't really feel like they're so impactful or relevant for me to really just mention about. Oh, this is coming to you because they're older and people have seen them already.
Yeah, makes sense.
Now, on another note, who's played Devil May Cry in this podcast?
I have played. Well, which one? You talking about all of them or
Anyone?
I was never a really big DMC fan. I did play 4, and I did enjoy 4. That's
Does it
about the
count if
extent.
I've watched someone play it, not on Twitch, but like actually in person on their couch?
Well, I'm a big Devil May Cry fan, and I recently found out. Now, I'm not going to go watch this, but I recently found out that Devil May Cry is getting a stage play in March of next year.
They're getting a play.
Really? A play?
I don't know how they're going to do that.
Like Broadway?
Where are they gonna put it?
They're going to do a Broadway Devil May Cry play.
Devil May
it's called,
Cry. The blood.
it's called Devil May Cry, the Live Hacker. They're calling it. Yeah, it comes out.
Live hacker?
Yeah.
Wait, but they're not. Isn't
Hold
Devil
up.
May Cry all about like?
All right. So the way I could see this is they probably have either a Latin background singing as he's just dancing around on stage, swinging a sword at people dressed up as demons, or they have some hacker playing some techno music while he's slashing around. I don't know how this is gonna go.
As a play, too.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, the article isn't very descriptive.
I mean,
Well,
I've
I do-
I'm kind of intrigued, though. Like, I want
I've
to...
seen like the stage plays for like Naruto fights, which look pretty good, but I don't know how they could do that for Devil May Cry. That's
I would
weird.
like for it to come out and then me read reviews about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
you know
go
what?
see it. I want to read about it and see if it like is well received or not.
Same here. I really just want to read the reviews. But for anyone who's going to be in Japan around that time,
Of
it's
course,
gonna
it's
be
Japan.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
It's going to be at Zepp Diver City in Tokyo, and there's going to be 13 performances going on between March 1st and March 10th of next year. So if you want to see a live performance on stage of Devil May Cry, that's been your dream all these years, then go ahead and check it out.
If it was Kingdom Hearts,
Big fan of that series.
I'd be taking
know
a
what?
really quick ticket there.
It's actually funny you mentioned that because I also have some news for Kingdom Hearts as well.
Oh, tell me.
Yes. Now, there was recently a new video or a new trailer that was released that showed the Kingdom of Corona, which is the Tangled universe.
Yes.
And, of course, that's being received very well, but I'm really more interested in the soundtrack because apparently, not even apparently, it's for a fact, Skrillex and Utada Hikaru are going to be working together to create a new intro song for Kingdom Hearts 3 called Face My Fears.
Yes, I did hear about that actually, and
I've heard about that a lot.
I'm actually kind of excited to see what they come up with. To be honest,
Yeah, that's a
I'm-
weird combination, isn't it?
it is.
I wouldn't say necessarily a weird one, considering when you look at the intros done before when they remixed Simple and Clean and other songs. I think that it's going to play out pretty well because I know that they're probably not going to let it stray too far off of the way Utada Utah does her music per se.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was a little skeptical because Skrillex, but
Well,
He's
I
definitely
have
toned
faith.
down. He's definitely toned down his music though, like in the past couple of years, and I feel like it's going to be a good combination, and hopefully it is a jam. I just want because all the other Kingdom Hearts openings are just amazing that I can go back and listen to without even needing to open the box and play the game. I could just sometimes I just go and look on YouTube, and I'm like, the nostalgia, it's so good.
Hands down, my favorite one is Kingdom Hearts 2. I just love it. And it's not even just for the song itself, it's just the background that they have is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's well put together. It's just a masterpiece, to be honest.
It is. Like in Kingdom Hearts 2 opening, when they have Sora going up the light stairs and have Utada Hikaru speaking backwards, then you have you see Riku and Sora going up the same way, and then when she starts talking backwards again, you see them going opposite ways while Riku's upside down. It's just a really nice mix of visual effects, and especially when they had Sora swinging the Keyblade at the Heartless and beat to the drum and bass during it. Like it just they mashed it up beautifully.
Yeah, and I'm super and since we've been waiting 13 years for this game?
Too long.
14, I think 14.
14 damn years for this game. It better be the best thing I've ever played in my entire life.
And speaking of which, I'm about to go on a little rant real quick because I got. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, well, before I go on my little rant real quick, everybody, the confirmed worlds, if you guys don't know, definitely Big Hero 6 will be involved in Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm so fucking excited about. I love that movie. Toy Story, Tangled, of course, Monsters Inc., Pirates of the Caribbean, Frozen, and Olympus Coliseum will be returning as well. Now, as far as and one more thing. Here's the thing. Now, what's his name? Tetsuya Nomura. He told everybody that Kingdom Hearts 3 will not be the end of the franchise.
Nope. It's just the end of the Xehanort saga. Yes. I believe he said.
Okay. Oh god, I want it to never end.
The thing is, it's never gonna end. But it's like by the time Kingdom Hearts 10 comes around, our grandchildren will be our age.
Yeah,
you're probably right about that. It's going to take them another 13 years to release another game.
PlayStation 7.
I got this. Here's why I don't want to happen, though. I don't want another repeat of history when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. All right, I'm tired of the whole, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Chain of Memories, recoded, double recoded, 2.5, 2.8, 2.9. All right,
bullshit.
So there's two ways to look at it. One, they're money hungry as hell, which might be the case. But two, it's also to give people a way to play all the games leading up to this point visually improved from the last generation.
Well, they could have put it all. They could have put it all in one. They could have put it all in one package, though. They didn't have to release 1,400 remixes.
They did now.
They did now. 6 months before the game's supposed to come out, and I have the 1.5 and 2.5 remix in one for my PlayStation 4, and I'm happy with just that because, to be honest, I don't really mess around with the side games as much as I do Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. Those are my two main games. Those are the two games I fell in love with growing up, and I don't really waste my time too much with the other games. Like I played Dream Drop Distance, I played Recoded, but I didn't really fall in love with those games like I did the main entries in the series, and I don't really care about those games as much as I do the main entries for the series. So Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out in January is just it's a time that we should all be happy for.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy for it. I just, like I said, I just don't want any repeats. Like the whole storyline. The storyline is very confusing. All right, so even when this whole fucking what's that dude's name? Xehanort. He's Ansem is somebody's nobody who's somebody's somebody who's the heartless of this guy.
The bad Ansem who's the good Ansem who's actually Riku, but Riku's not Ansem, but that guy's the bad Ansem.
For me.
So it's pretty obvious that they made the story as they went along, but what's the best way to put this? You can either play all the games, be hella confused, but have a good notion of the story, or you can go on YouTube and watch the half-hour video of the story up until now, which I honestly recommend for everybody to watch, especially as a refresher, because there are some things that I just did not know playing through the games, and watching this video, it opened up so many things. I didn't play Dream Drop Distance. I just didn't care to.
I played a little bit of it, and it
Birth by
wasn't.
Sleep.
I got tired of
I
it.
will
Yeah,
say
same.
this though, Bill. Birth by Sleep. If you haven't played it, I really recommend playing that one because besides it just being a damn good game, it's really good for the story.
No, I have played that, and you're right. It's pretty essential actually for the story.
It is.
It's like it's such a small little entry, but that's super super essential to the whole storyline that people like kind of push off to the side, don't actually play.
Which is unfortunate because it really is. Besides being essential, it's just a really good game.
it's just a solid game. It's just a really solid, well put together game.
Especially considering that was what was teased at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll save more of that for our Kingdom Hearts episode when that game actually comes out. If they don't push it back.
They better not, dude. I will
They
be
can keep it
so
back.
angry.
Public outlash, riots in the streets.
I still gotta play the first and second one.
You serious?
You haven't.
I'm
Oh wait,
serious.
no. Yeah, we
I
have
mean,
talked about that, Dandy. You and me have hung out before, and I'm just like, Kingdom Hearts is an amazing series. I will lend you the games, and you're just like, nah.
Where's that disqualified bite at?
Disqualified.
There we go.
Correct.
A while ago, just like Saga, you son of a
Oh,
bitch.
Saga is such a good comic book. Oh my god.
Actually, Bill, I got some good news for you.
Yes.
All right, so anyway, I got this last piece of news I'll give, and then we'll move on to our topics and everything. But I have with me the list for the top 20 adult graphic novels for the October have been revealed. All right, number one
Adult
is,
as in like XXX.
I don't know what they mean by that. I'm assuming they mean like not meant for children. or-
Okay. Just like TVMA. But
I
for
guess
comic
so.
books.
But this
Bill
list
got
kind of
extra
caught me off.
excited.
This list kind of caught me off guard for a little bit. So here we go. Number one is Saga Volume 9.
Saga. Yeah, I can see that now. Yeah.
Number two is My Hero Academia Volume 15.
What?
Yeah,
What?
exactly. That's
It's
What?
Shonen Jump.
Wait, what?
Volume 15. I don't even know what that could even be, but that's hilarious.
number three is Anthony Bourdain's Hungry Ghost.
What?
Sure.
Yeah, by Dark Horse Comics.
What?
That's funny.
Number four is Batman White Knight.
Oh, okay.
That was a pretty good. I could see why that might be up there. Number five, My Hero Academia Vigilantes Volume 2.
Okay.
Number six, The Adventure Zone. Here There Be Gerblins. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I
But
have
anyway.
no idea what the fuck that is.
The
Number
fuck's a
seven.
Gerblin?
Yeah, number seven, My Hero Academia Volume 1.
What
Yo,
the?
these people are out for My Hero Academia. Jesus.
Someone just hates
don't know why.
My Hero.
Oh my
Well,
god.
number eight is Volume 14 of My Hero Academia.
Oh my god.
Christ.
I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that like intense. For
Hide your children, hide your wives, I guess. Like, damn.
Yeah. Number 9 is The Walking Dead Volume 30.
That makes sense.
That would make sense.
Fair enough.
Number 10, Tokyo Ghoul RE Volume 7.
Yeah, okay.
Number 11, Berserk, the official guidebook. Yeah, I can see that.
The official guidebook. That's
The
funny.
official guidebook.
12, My Hero Academia Volume 2.
I hate
All right,
this
I'm
list.
done. I'm done.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. How could it be rated M for mature? It's My Hero Academia. Has anyone watched the show or read it? There's
It's
no
a bunch of little
possible
12-year-olds
way.
running around.
There's no way.
They're getting the fish spice. You know, it's totally not for kids, man.
Oh no, they mentioned the word death.
13, Anne Frank's Diary, the graphic adaptation. Why wasn't that in the top 10?
Oh my god, Anne.
Christ.
Alright, you say Anne Frank anything, it's like, okay.
Wait, so you're saying
Yeah, that
My
should be-
Hero Academia 6 times has beaten out Anne Frank?
So you're telling me right now that My Hero Academia is worse than Nazis. Gotcha.
Okay,
This
I'm
list-
gonna stop reading
This list
bullshit.
needs to be disqualified.
Yeah, it's making me sound ridiculous.
Disqualified.
That was ridiculous. That was a weird list.
Actually, a bit of news. Since you guys were talking about Devil May Cry, did you guys hear about the Devil May Cry Ultimate Limited Edition for? I guess.
Oh,
it's
you
Devil
get
May
the
Cry.
jacket, right?
It's $8 fucking grand for a
Grand.
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah, $8,000. You get a jacket.
So is that jacket gonna wake up and make me breakfast, or?
It's do more than just make you breakfast.
It better do more than just make me breakfast.
Yo, that's fucking crazy. But you know what? $8,000 though. Fuck. That's a nice jacket though. That's a nice jacket.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like an
damn.
exact
Like,
replica or something like that, like to the game and everything like that. But
Or I could
would
order it
never-
off a Chinese website for a freaking percentage of that price.
You could probably find it on Amazon in a year.
Yeah, right.
Everything's on Amazon now.
Maybe it'll be cheaper. You can sell those things. Like you can sell them for a nice little. Maybe if they get cheaper, you can sell that shit for
That's
higher
a
than
down
what it is.
payment on a house, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they might do a little deal.
What did you get?
You know what, I
did
just-
you buy a house with your money? No, I bought a jacket, bro. It's Devil May
They're gonna
Cry,
go on-
bro.
They'll go on sale for like one day, and everyone will go crazy and try and get it.
Yeah.
Like that fucking what was that that Rick and Morty episode where Rick was remember when Rick had the parasites that would get into your head and make
that's
you
such
see
a-
those.
Yeah, Sleepy Gary.
Yeah, they had that one scene where Rick went crazy over Nintendos. Remember that?
Oh, the Nintendo 3DSs, the Zelda edition
Yeah.
one.
You know what? I might have that on here real quick. You know what? I might have it on here. So I can't jog your memory. Oh, you know what? All right, I got it. Ready? Here we go.
You guys, we gotta hurry. I just got back from Walmart. They're selling Nintendo 3DS systems for $149.99 on sale. Plus, every time you buy one, you get a $50 gift card. Brings the total price down to $110 after tax. Now listen, we can flip those sons of bitches for $230 a piece. Easy! They're all limited edition Zelda ones. Hurry! Hurry, come with me. We can be rich, and we also all get to keep one, and we can play Nintendo games. Nintendo, give me free stuff.
That's great. I love it. I love that show so much.
I love that show. Oh my god.
So anyway, everybody, that's it for the news.
And that's the way the news goes.
So now we're gonna be talking about some Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh god. Woo! Rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting too.
The sequel.
The sequel.
The prequel.
Now
The prequel to the sequel.
I gotta admit that if I had not owned a podcast, I would never have bought this game.
Really?
Really?
No way.
Because let me explain myself. All right, don't shoot me yet. All right?
Disqualified.
I don't know, man. That 6-shooter's about to be aimed at you.
You know, like, all right, Rockstar Games, they're known for their Grand Theft Auto and everything like that. Now, when Red Dead first came out, a couple years ago, I saw the cowboy shit and everything, and I was like, man, I don't feel like riding around no damn horse. And I wasn't even really a big Grand Theft Auto fan, to be honest. I only played it once in a while. But I'm actually glad, I can say, for not being an official or original Red Dead fan, I'm happy I bought the game, Red Dead 2. Because, I can see why people are so hooked on it.
I was about to say, you're almost as bad as a goddamn O'Driscoll.
Oh my god.
These goddamn O'Driscolls.
So,
That was perfect.
that was good. That was really good.
That was good. Point.
That was good. So Red Dead Redemption 2, for those who don't know, sold over 75 million copies in the first 4 days.
Jesus.
That's a lot.
And in the first 8 days made 725 million. So
I mean,
Rock-
Jesus, after 4 years of development, I would fucking hope so.
yeah, and their work paid off, did it not?
Hell yeah.
yeah, they made a beautiful game. They really made a beautiful game.
They made a license to print money, essentially.
Pretty much.
Now, you know what? I want our PC gamer authority here, Dandy. I want you to start us off on your thoughts of the game.
Oh man! All right. So for anyone out there, I have beaten the game. Oh my god, dude, it's incredible. Like, I didn't play the original Red Dead either.
Same. I didn't play the original either, so
And,
we're all pretty
like,
new
all
to
our
the series
friends-
here.
God,
Like, all my
mutants.
friends were going crazy about it, and I'm like, you know what? I guess I'm gonna pick it up. I was like, it's either that or Black Ops 4. There's a running joke in my my office about me saying that I was gonna pick up Black Ops 4 over Red Dead 2. I am so glad I picked Red Dead 2. It is an amazing fucking game. I mean, if you like anything along the lines of GTA style gaming, the Western feels, cowboys, horse. It's so much fucking fun. And the story is just absolutely ridiculous. It sucks you in from the very moment the game fucking starts and goes all the way till the fucking end.
Now, going off of that, speaking of the game and there, I have a question. Now, maybe it might just be me because I'm kind of weird, but did anyone get kind of when I was playing the game, Arthur Morgan, great character, love the guy. I kind of felt like I was playing as a Western, a little less gruff, but just as badass like Wolverine.
I could see that, almost like an old man Logan, but not, but not with crazy claws.
Yeah,
so,
actually, I kind of got that feeling playing as Arthur.
This is something I wanted to bring up, and it's not a story spoiler because this is actually an optional dialogue that you have and has no bearing on the story. But once you realize it, it gives you a really good in-depth look at Arthur. He actually had a wife and a son before. I don't know if you guys knew this. Yeah,
I did not know
that. So every now and then when you're riding with any character and you hold LT or L2 on them to focus on them, it'll give you sometimes options to ask, which you can generally ask one of the two before it switches to a different dialogue. When it first popped up, it said Arthur's son, and I was like, who the hell is Arthur's son? I clicked on it, and it turns out that Arthur actually had a woman who I believe he met in a saloon, and he had a son named Isaac. And he would visit them for a few days every month or so. And one day when he came back to visit, he saw 2 crosses outside the house, and he found out that somebody had robbed them and then shot them dead for, I think it was $10 or something like that.
Yeah, it was $10.
Which equates to 300 and odd change today. So he said after that, it really kind of just calloused him. So that's why he's so gruff and almost emotionless at times.
Well, that does make sense for his behavior, which I do. That's probably where I get that Wolverine sense coming from.
Yeah, he's very desensitized.
Yeah, to the whole world and everything that's happening around him. It's just it's just another day. You go out, you shoot people, you steal things, and you come back to camp and you do it all again the next day. It's a cycle, and it's just so normal to them.
Day in and day out.
Yep.
Day in and day out. Those Rockstar really did go through every detail of this game because I'd be riding and that sunset would come up. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm riding in the sunset. I'm sorry, sunset would go down. I fucked up.
I didn't even catch that at first until you just announced to the world that you fucked up.
I was just letting it roll.
I was riding into the sunset as the sun was going down, and I was like, yeah, look at this sunset sun's going down, and the transition, you see the dusk sky and everything and the stars, and it was so, it was just beautiful, the animals and everything. But I have a few, I'm not trying to be that guy, but there are a few complaints I have about Red Dead 2.
Oh yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
Well,
no game is perfect. There's flaws in everything.
Let's start with the
before-
negatives. Let's all start with the negatives so people don't leave with a bad taste in their mouth because this game is absolutely incredible. Let's just get the negatives out of the way first.
Okay, well, for me, personally, my personal experience, I can't speak for the rest of you, but one, this game is so real that it's kind of too real to be a game almost, because the things that you do and the things you run into, like you'll be riding your horse, and I'll ride past a tree, and I'm too close to the tree, and my entire fucking horse topples over and pretty much gets crippled.
Do you ever?
What the fuck?
Do you I feel like I'm so attached to my horses that if anything ever happens to my horse, I will be the saddest person on the face of the earth.
No.
Yo, I lost 3 horses because of fucking trees.
What the? You are a terrible driver.
I'm gonna say this right now. You need to have at least 3 horse revivants on you at any given point.
Oh,
I had the same horse from the beginning of the game till the end. And I'm not saying any spoilers, but it's just you build a personal connection with any horse that you have, and it feels great. And it sucks whenever they die. But I ended up losing a few hours of gameplay because I didn't save for a while. My horse died, and I had to restart just to get my horse back because I did not want to lose my horse.
Yo,
That's understandable, though.
One horse. I don't even think I used a horse revive. Man, what you guys are
lucky you. I didn't have that horse survive,
Also-
and my horse, I hit a tree and I tried to recover and I slid down a cliff and my horse was crippled.
Oh no!
And my horse was crippled and I didn't have a horse revive. And I was in the middle of nowhere, like literally. I was
You
in
just
the
had
middle
to
of
leave
nowhere. I
your
had to run
horse.
back to camp. Yeah, well, I shot him in the head.
Oh, oh man,
Oh my god.
that takes a lot.
Yeah. That's fine.
Also, what have you guys? Just a little sidebar. What have you guys been naming your horses?
All right, so I found out that you can't name it Sarah Jessica Parker. The game tells you that you're not allowed to do that.
That's hilarious.
That is
Really?
hilarious. Yes.
That's funny.
If you try to name it Sarah J. Parker, the profanity check comes up and says you cannot name it that.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Man, did they put
Wait,
detail into
a
this game?
profanity check on Red Dead 2? A profanity check, really?
For the namings of your horse.
That's interesting.
I
But-
never named my horses.
I named my horse Epona. There's that.
Okay, I can see it. Majora.
Well, I named my first horse, my first child, my first horse. I named Suna after Tsunade from Naruto, and she
What,
died.
Suna
That,
too?
that horse got, yeah, that horse got killed. And my the second horse, I named him fucking. I think it was fucking some random name, Tyler or some shit. It looked like a damn mule, so I just gave it a random name.
Just gave him a basic ass name. Like, Tyler, get the fuck over here.
Come here, boy.
I've been staying with like the theme of the game. So my first horse was Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker.
My second horse,
I like that.
My second horse was a big workhorse. I named her Crown Royal.
Oh my god.
And then I got a speed horse, and his name is Wild Turkey.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
All after
Thought you
whiskey.
were gonna name it like Clint Eastwood or something.
Nope, all after whiskey.
Oh, you know what? I respect that.
I'm the board.
And if I ever find and tame that white horse, or the Arabian horse up in the north, I'm gonna name her Jameson.
Jameson.
Oh my god.
You know, I like that. I should. You know, I should have named mine after some shit like that. You know, I still have time to. I got plenty of gameplay left.
Yeah, you're in what did you say, chapter 3?
I'm in chapter
Yeah,
3.
so you have plenty of time.
You know,
All right.
and another thing. All right, who are these people? They must be hiding in bushes somewhere because every time I kill someone out on the road, it's like murder has been witnessed.
The witness system is a
investigated.
little touchy at points for
Glad
me.
you brought that up.
So-
So, like, you technically you have like there's multiple face masks. You can buy. You get the bandana and you get a
Clothing
cloth
mask. You need a clothing
that comes
mask.
with it. You can buy other masks. No matter what the fuck you're wearing,
Arthur
you will
Morgan has been wanted. Like, it just comes up. It's like, I'm wearing a goddamn bandana.
investigate you, and like there will be a witness. Like you'll be like 2 miles away, and it's like, oh, someone's the witness to your crime. Investigating. Like I'm 3
Thank
miles
you.
away. How are they gonna know who the fuck did it?
I've found that whenever that happens to me, if you look at the map, there's either somebody with a white eye or a red eye. Red eye means they're gonna go tell somebody. White eye means that they came upon something that doesn't look right, or they found a dead body. I've hunted people down for over a damn mile trying to kill them so that they don't say anything, and there's somebody another half mile away on the road where they can clearly see me coming up the hill trying to shoot somebody. So I've traveled miles just gunning down people trying to cover my tracks, but all I do is leave just a freaking literal red path right to me.
Every time.
And that's and you know I tried changing my shit too. I started using a bow and arrow to be quieter, so I would like sneak up behind a stagecoach as I'm riding my horse, and the guy like, oh, get the fuck out of my way, and you know I'll get out of his way, I'll get behind him, and he's riding ahead of me. I'll pull back my arrow and blast it into the back of his head, and even though it's silent, I'm still getting caught. And that's why I say the game is so real that it seems too real. Because like, let me just get my kills in and enjoy it for what it is.
And another.
So
All right, you can go.
I was just gonna say, the best thing to do if you do a crime and you don't have your mask on, if you get out of the red zone and put a bandana or a mask on, it actually causes the wanted level to go down faster, so it's easier to escape.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh shit!
Also,
Nice.
changing your appearance will also help you. I believe if you get like a haircut or shave your beard or change your clothing right quick, if you have another set of clothing on your horse, it makes it harder for them to look at you and find you, which is good.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the detail that Rockstar put into that, but sometimes I don't feel like dealing with all that shit.
You just want to play the game.
Another thing I have a problem with is the fact that it takes you 400 years to like loot a house because you have to open every single drawer and close every single drawer. And it's just like, you know how in like other RPGs or anything like that, you could walk up to the dresser and be like, click dresser, take everything in dresser, close dresser. This one you have to open every damn drawer, and you're also trying to pick up a specific item like for the first time is like almost impossible. Like
So playing in first person mode when you're looting a house or a structure or anything, it makes it a lot easier to pick up and go for specific items.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to go into first person to be able to do that easier.
I get what you're saying. The thing is, for me at least, they have this game that's so immersive in every other aspect. They don't want to break the immersion by just you clicking and snapping everything all at once.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I do agree that it is frustrating when I see regular cartridges for something and I want to pick that up, and then this dude starts picking up a fucking apple that's next to it.
Yeah,
I understand
exactly.
the frustration in that.
Exactly.
But again, for me, it's just a small compromise to a more immersive experience. But I do get annoyed with that.
And
there was one mission where you had to rob a house, and I left, and the kid goes upstairs and he's like, "Pa, somebody robbed your chest because left everything open." I was like, "Ah, shit."
Oh,
pissed.
no.
Yeah, see now, oh, you know what? Funny you mentioned that because that's one thing. I was thinking. I was playing the that one level in the game where when you and the other dude go and rob the house and everything and steal the carriage.
Oh yeah. The
You
stage
went with
character.
Hosea. You went with Hosea.
Yeah. So I was in there doing that, and I was thinking, you know what? This game might, consider how real this fucking game is. I'm gonna close this shit back the way I found it.
Like you had to have
They
that
might-
thought. Like it made you
Yeah.
have that thought.
Exactly, and I'm so glad I did that now because now Majora's saying that they recognize that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. As soon as I heard that kid, I just hightailed it out of there.
It's like, see you later.
I barely let Hosea get on top of the freaking carriage before I started smacking that A button.
I closed every drawer. I closed every door. And just because I had the thought that this game is so real, they might fucking see this shit and be like, "Wait, I've been robbed."
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how realistic it is, and like once again, we're just nitpicking here. Like it's very very slight details that are a little bit frustrating. Overall, the game is just absolutely fan-fucking-tastic.
I
Yes.
do have a couple gripes with the game. Some that are a little more significant than just small details like that. Two of the biggest issues for me, as fluent as the game feels and everything else, I feel like the combat is lacking a little bit because you do have your block, you grab, and your attack button. But when you look at the movements of some of these, it just feels very clunky. Like it doesn't feel like it was what's the word? It doesn't feel like that it was motion captured, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It feels like it was animated and not in a very fluent way.
Okay.
But, you're not often doing hand-to-hand combat. You're more likely shooting somebody or taunting them as it is. So I don't mind it too much. The thing that I do mind, though, as with most Rockstar games, the movement for the character is a bit clunky. Have you ever noticed like you try to move to a certain thing or your character does like a full 360 but moves in a giant circle or like you try to turn a certain way? Yeah, it feels clunky.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, when you're in like the motion of behind cover and moving and shooting, it feels a bit more fluent. But when you're just moving around and stuff, it feels clunky. I constantly bump into people accidentally, constantly miss doorways, or try to walk to a drawer and I walk next to it and I do a full 360 and end up on the opposite side of the dresser.
That I can agree with you on that one too. As far as like the movement, as far as the fighting goes, whenever we got into a hand-to-hand combat situation, I just kind of figured, these guys are Westerners and they're all drunk half the time. They're just fighting.
No!
How they did
If
back.
you don't block, they're gonna beat your ass. They will.
Oh yeah,
whoop
dude,
your
I
ass.
got my ass kicked by a skinny dude. I felt bad. Oh, and that's another thing
It's
too
like,
that I actually
goddamn,
wanted to
Arthur,
bring
get
up.
up.
Maintaining your weight in this game is extremely difficult because you have to
Wait,
eat.
what?
Maintaining your weight in this game.
I haven't had a problem.
You have
with
to
that.
eat?
You haven't. All right, so I'll put it this way: you hit pause. If you press pause, you go down to the player section, and you click on Arthur. It'll tell you if you're underweight, overweight, or average or perfect weight.
I usually
have
just
to
eat when I
constantly-
need health.
Yeah, me too. That's what I've been doing.
I tried doing that.
My character
But at the
doesn't
same
look
time-
skinny.
If you take off his jacket and look at him in like a vest and a shirt, he'll be very noticeably thin. For majority of the game, I was either average or a little bit underweight. It was very hard for me because if you don't really go hunting or buy food, you're gonna go underweight very quickly. For me to get back up to regular weight, I had to eat a
God
retarded
damn.
amount. I had to sit
Rockstar?
there
Shit.
and cook so much venison and other meats and just eat it.
Okay,
as it
so I
was.
gotta be a fucking nutritionist now for this fucking game.
Pretty much.
I think it's too much for me, honestly.
It's like let me eat the venison. Let me eat another thing of venison, some fish. Oh no, that has too many carbs.
The question begs is there any benefit to
Yes,
being...
there is. There's benefits for being underweight or overweight. If you're underweight, your stamina will have a better increase, but your damage intake will be lower. So you can take less damage, but you have more stamina. If you're overweight, you can take more damage, but your stamina is less.
Jeez,
So
I didn't even know that mechanic was even in the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
like you really don't notice it if you play the game a little smart in your gunplay. If you're not just running in there hailing bullets left and right. But it is annoying when I want to take off the jacket and just look at Arthur in a shirt and vest, and I see he has this freaking blocky head with a big beard and these skinny ass arms and skinny body.
I've just been letting
Over here
all
looking
my
like
hair
John
go.
Marston.
I've been drinking mad hair tonics, and I'm just letting it go. I want to see how long I can make it and make him look like Jesus. It's going to be hilarious.
I give Arthur a shape up every couple of days. I take care of Arthur.
I still bathe. I still bathe. All right, I still
I
bathe.
keep the mustache, though. I keep the mustache.
I usually keep his hair around like a 4 or 5-ish. Usually have it parted to the side. And I keep his mustache usually around like a 5 or 6, and then the sideburns and the goatee around like a 4 or 5. Keep the mustache a little bushy.
Damn, you all detailed as shit. I just give him a buzz cut.
No, I usually what I was doing before, I was just like, fuck it, I'm growing out
doing
all
like
his
a damn
hair.
skinhead.
Yeah.
Over here running around with a white hood.
What I did before, I had him clean shaven, unlike myself, and I had his hair slicked back, pomade, looking like a damn gentleman. And then I just kind of got bored of that, and I was like, fuck it, we're growing everything out. I'm just gonna see how long I can get it. Drinking hair tonics like it's water.
Fucking Jesus over here turning fucking water into hair tonic. Screw the wine.
Exactly, and it's amazing.
Oh, you know what? Another thing, listeners, everybody, listen up. If you are playing this game, okay, do not let your bounty get ahead of yourself. Okay, like I did. Because
Oh my god.
I'm playing.
Oh my
I'm playing.
god.
I'm playing this game, and you know, I'm just fucking wrecking shop, you know, fucking everybody up. This one dude, I don't know if you guys ran into him, but he's like this Mexican guy. He's like, I'm trying to find the gunslinger of the West, the best one. You trying to go for a contest?
Oh, I did run into that
So I was
guy.
like, all right, yeah. Yeah, so I was like, all right, yeah, sure. So then we do the contest, and I lose, which I don't know how I lost. And then he was like, all right, well, you got to cough up that money because I won. And you
That
agreed. So I was
douchebag.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I beat the
shot
first
him.
challenge. Second
Yeah.
challenge, I didn't even see where the
So
damn
then-
freaking birds
Yeah,
were until like
same.
last
I
time.
was so upset, so I shot him.
That sounds like a horse race that I got into. Like the guy, like I beat the guy, and he's like, "Oh no, I won." I'm like, "All right, well, like you're dead," and I just shot him right in the head. I'm like, "All right,
On to
I
the
win
next
now,
one.
who's the winner now, motherfucker?"
Yeah, so as I was saying, after he beat me, I did, you know, and he took my money. He turned around and I did shoot him in the back and kill him. And my bounty was already high, but it went even higher. So I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have Arthur, like, you know, on some One Piece shit. The higher the bounty, the better a player I'll be. I'll be like this badass dude with a high bounty and shit. No, it does not work like that. It does not work like that because every time I try to do a mission, I would go into a certain area and all these bounty hunters would come down. There's that motherfucking Morgan, get him! And they would blow my shit to pieces.
See, I never really had a problem with that because as soon as I accumulated a bounty, I would pay it off.
Yo, you cannot mess around with these bounties. Sea cucumber. But yeah, bounties are important. So everybody, make sure you take care of your bounties when you're playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, 100%. Otherwise, like you said, if you let it build up like Genbu, you are royally fucked for a while.
110%. Oh my god, the amount of times I got fucking jumped by bounty hunters was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And they come out of
Yeah,
nowhere
dude,
too.
they come out of the weeds and shit. They're like zombies. They're coming out of everywhere. It's like, how did you find me? Did you smell me? I just took a bath. Like, how are you finding me?
And they come in strong too. They come in ready to take you back, dead or alive.
Oh, they're ridiculous, man. They're absolutely like unrelentless and unforgiving.
So what was another? So I pretty much got all my negatives out of the way.
All right,
Yeah,
so I got one.
we gotta go into the positives because there's a whole lot.
What'd you say, Dandy?
I got two. All right, so circle back on the control part. Every time I jumped on my fucking horse, it would immediately start turning my horse around. And that was fucking annoying. Like after a while, it gets really annoying where you jump on your horse and you're technically the camera's pointed in a different direction.
Oh, you just like walk in circles?
It starts putting you like walking you in circles. Like, all right, well, this wasn't done 100%. Like, obviously, there's going to be issues. The second issue that I had was now I don't know about you guys and everyone else's systems and how it is for the Xbox or the 4K Xbox, but for the PS4 Pro, there was a lot of scenes where like it would go from being like in high detail and then out of nowhere the water in a river would look like kind of pixelated and look
so
like
the textures would like fuck up a little bit, or
start going back and forth. I'm like, it's not a huge gripe, and it's definitely not something that's going to stop me from playing the game or going through a second or even third playthrough of this game. But it was just, it kind of put me off a little bit. I was like, what's going on here? Like,
see, I know what you're talking about. I can relate to that because when I was playing Spider-Man, the recent game, if you jump out into the water far enough, there's a boat out there.
I heard about this.
And if you hop on the boat,
I heard about this. It's just
boat.
like it looks like the stands in Madden 98. It's like the flat like pixelated people.
Yeah, it looks very bad. It looks kind of creepy, actually.
Like it's like even like the lower resolution and lower textures that end up coming through every now and then. It's not the end of the world, and it's not terrible looking. It's just like kind of like, wait, that water just went from looking super pretty and super realistic to like, all right, that's pixelated. Like, I know that's a fucking video game. Like,
Also, it's such a big game. It's hard to like take control of every little detail. I mean, it took 2 discs to install. That's the first time I've had to use 2 discs to install a game since I believe Final Fantasy 13, like for 360. Like it was absolutely insane. Like how enormous this game is. But also, it's just really nice like that they put so much detail into it because these little side characters in these towns and stuff, like you could walk up and have like a semi conversation with these people who are nobodies in the game.
Oh, I mean, the amount of detail that they've put into this game is absolutely unreal. I mean, I had a side quest where some dude got his arm, I don't know if he got into a fight or if he got like attacked by a wolf or what, but I ended up taking him to a doctor in one of the cities, and you get to actually watch the doctor cut his fucking arm off.
That's fucking incredible. I need to find that side quest.
Wait, was that the guy who was like, "Oh, I'm out. Just put me out of my misery. I can't take it." That dude?
It might have been. I can't exactly remember what he said, but I just remember taking him to the doctor, and then the doctor's like, "All right, well, like you can leave if you want. Like you might not want to see this, and you might not be able to stomach this." And I turned around, and he just pulls out a saw and just starts cutting the dude's arm. I was like, "Oh my god,
that's amazing!"
Like this is great.
That's so great. That's so amazing. I love that so much.
Yeah, see, I ran into a guy with a wolf bite, and he was like, "Oh, this is too much. Help me out." So I put one in his forehead.
I ran across a guy who was either like attacked by wolves or something like that, like same type of scenario, and I had the option to give him a health tonic or like whiskey. And I was just like, well, I guess he doesn't want to die, so I'm going to give him a health tonic. And I gave him a health tonic, and he's like, "You asshole, I want whiskey." And then he just died. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, you know what? I ran to that guy, too.
I was just like, what was the point of this?
Yeah. Yeah. It still amazes me how detailed this fucking game is. Yo.
And it's just like the little thing. It's just the little things sometimes that make you smile. Like, you know what I mean?
It's also little differences of the side quests that just the random encounters and the random stranger appearances. Like they just did a really good job with the entire.
The first like random encounter I got was leaving the camp in like chapter 1 or 2, I forget, and I got jumped by like 15 O'Driscolls, and I was just I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react, and I got shot in the head and died. And I was like, these goddamn O'Driscolls got me again, motherfuckers. And then like that never happened to me again. I never had that encounter again. And it's just like it's like crazy how literally random these encounters are.
I will say that the controls do take a little bit of getting used to. Leaving the camp the first time, how there's that guy who loses his horses as you're about to enter the town. Yeah, I walked up to him and immediately shot him in the fucking head. Like, I was aiming like hitting L2 to be like, all right, let's talk to him and see what he wants.
And just shooting of people, it's the funniest.
And I was like, well, that's not what I wanted to do, but
yeah, that when I first started, that happened to me too. When they first robbed the first train.
Yeah, accidental shoot somebody in the face, like geez, my bad.
Yeah, because I was trying to, after you get those 3 guys out, after robbing the train and everything. I'm not gonna give too many details. I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody, but you get these 3 guys out, and your boss was like, "All right, well, you can take care of them, do whatever you want with them. I don't care. Just make sure we're not gonna be followed." So I was like, "All right." So they left. 3 guys are there. So I'm like, "All right, you guys, go on the train." So I tried to point my gun at them to threaten them, and I actually shot one, and he started running.
Oh my God! So now I gotta shoot all 3 of these bastards.
Exactly. And I took their loot, so I was very pleased.
I loot everybody. It is the funniest thing, like when you're doing like a main mission and you kill like 14, 15 dudes, and then they're like, "All right, we got to get out of here." And I'm taking my time. I'm looting every single guy, and they're like, "Arthur, get the hell over here!" And I'm just like, "Dude, this guy might have like 3 cents on him. I need that." So I just go around and I loot everybody. And they're like, "Arthur, get over here. We need to leave."
Right.
When I get all of my damn money.
I know, exactly.
There are a few missions that I will say, and it's not a spoiler, there are a few missions where looting I highly encourage it before you continue, because some of them have like $20 a piece on everybody. You're like, I could really use that.
Or even rare weapons sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you'll come across some rare versions of a weapon, and it does a lot more damage.
Oh, and I really love just like every once in a while I'll just be riding around galloping on my horse, and I'll see like somewhere that has like a poker game going on or a blackjack game going on, and I'll sit there and I'll spend 30 minutes of my real life playing blackjack in a damn video game.
I didn't find the blackjack once, and I'm highly upset because I love blackjack.
Yeah, well,
I found the Texas Hold'em. That was pretty fun.
Found Texas Hold'em. I found the knife game. I found dominoes, and I found backgammon.
You never found blackjack, huh?
Never found blackjack.
Well, it's just really, it's just I like the fact that a game can make me sit down and spend like a half hour, 40 minutes of my real life playing virtual for no money blackjack and poker on a video game that doesn't even have anything to do with that necessarily is incredible. The fact that it's that immersive and that much fun is just a hell of a nod to Rockstar for just putting little things like that and just give us all joy. And I really, really like once I said, galloping along, just exploring the map, and I come by a spot and I'm like, oh wow, this looks like a really cool fishing spot. And I'll sit there and I will fish for 20 minutes.
Tell you what, my favorite thing to do in that game, as of lately, has been hog tying someone who gives me lip, taking them to the cliff, and dragging the body right on over. Like, oh, here you go.
Oh, that is fucking priceless. I gotta do that.
Hog tie someone. They're like, no, help me. They're like, no, what are you doing to me? Like, oh, don't you worry. You'll see. And just like, all right, here you go, buddy. See you later.
Also,
I'm taking a page out of your book on
also,
that one.
Something that's really funny. The listeners and you guys are definitely going to laugh at me for this. So I'm up in the north for some weird reason, and I see a bear, and I shoot the bear, and I get a perfect bear pelt. That's pretty rare to get a perfect bear pelt. So I throw the pelt on my horse and I'm galloping along, and I notice that I'm coming across a side quest, and I know that I will be getting some sort of gold bars out of the side quest. So I stop my horse and I start going up this mountain. Needless to say, I fell off the fucking mountain. And I died.
How the? What? How'd you fall off
I
the
fell
mountain?
off the mountain. All right, I fell off the mountain. It happens. Sometimes you
It is what it's
sometimes
like.
you just fall off a mountain. All right.
Did you just walk? Did you just walk
No,
off
it was
the
a
mountain?
very, very thin spot you had to get through, and like what Majora was saying earlier about the mechanics being a little bulky and clunky, I just fell the fuck off and I died.
Disqualified.
You're not wrong.
No offense.
You're not wrong, because when I came back to life, I turned my camera view and my bear pelt was no longer on my horse, and I lost my perfect bear pelt.
So here's the actual thing with that. So if you have a bunch of pelts, perfect bear pelt, legendary bear pelt, whatever it is, if you die or your horse dies or you somehow lose it, technically you don't lose it. If you go back to the I think it's the fencer, or
you'll be able to sell it somehow, or
you can't get the money for it, but they still have the materials for you to make like the clothing, like the legendary bear hat and like all that. You still get credit for those legendary pelts.
Oh, okay.
You just don't get the credit for being able to sell it to them. You don't get the monetary gains.
Oh, that's fine. I don't really you hunt those animals and the fish and stuff for like that reason, to get cool shit, not to just get money.
You're not necessarily hunting it for the money. I don't know how much they sell for, but I know that you lose it, but only for the monetary aspect. You actually still keep it for the crafting aspect, which I thought was a really good idea.
That's awesome, because now I know that I can go to a fence and maybe still be able to use that bear pelt somehow.
Yeah, you should still be able to use that bear pelt.
Now, I actually want to take a quick second we're going to get back to Red Dead, everybody, but I want to get to our actual, a new segment that we have.
Oh, a new segment.
All right. Now, I know you guys are, it's our first time doing segments like this on Geek Blues Podcast, so I'm excited to bring it up to you guys. All right. So we're going to do our first segment, which is going to be called Name That Anime Character.
Ah, shit.
All
I'm
right.
so bad at this. I'm not good at names either. God damn, this would be terrible.
Yes. Get ready. All right.
We got a bed and everything? Oh, God. Oh, no. I am loving this, though. I am jamming right now.
All right, so name that anime character, everybody. Welcome to this segment. Genbu
Play
here,
along at home,
and here's our
folks.
first character.
Play along at home, because
definitely.
you're probably going to know more than me, because I suck at this shit.
So, our first anime character for this segment. Here we go. Listen carefully now. I'm referred to as many titles, but I prefer to think of myself as a simple housewife. I have 2 students who disobeyed me by committing a forbidden act, but they're still like sons to me and I do anything for them. People find my husband very intimidating, but he's actually quite protective and compassionate. I'm often sick, but that hasn't stopped me from kicking ass and taking names. Who am I?
I
have
not the slightest fucking idea.
I was gonna say Hinata until you said you were deathly sick, and I was like, oof, never mind.
Yeah,
See now?
I don't know.
Listeners, I hope you guys paid attention so you can answer these questions and comments, all right? Because unfortunately, the crew has not been able to answer it. That's all right, though.
Oh, man.
So confident in that one person, huh?
You better hit that disqualify button, because we are all disqualified.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
all you guys are. You guys are all disqualified.
Disqualified. Boo, not cool.
Now, for you listeners, I'll read it one more time for you guys, all right? I'm referred to as many titles, but I prefer to think of myself as just a simple housewife. I have 2 students who disobeyed me by committing a forbidden act, but they are still like sons to me and I do anything for them. That's a key hint right there. 2 students, forbidden act. People find my husband very intimidating, but he's actually quite protective and compassionate. I'm often sick, but that hasn't stopped me from kicking ass and taking names. Who am I? All right. So, if you're a listener of the show, you can comment on this question on our Facebook page or on Instagram, or you can email us. All right. And I will actually. Should I just give the answer at the end of the show? Maybe I will.
Well, the only thing that what's it called? You said in there that gave me any sort of hint towards any anime at all was when you said the two kids did what? They did a bad act.
Committed a forbidden.
That reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist
act.
Brotherhood. Like that's what that reminds me of. It reminds me of those two kids. I forget their names right now. I'm not.
Oh, Alphonse.
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
man. Come on.
But
Okay.
that's what it reminded me
So-
of, the forbidden act and everything like that. But other than that, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, it's not like
Well,
they gave
you got
flesh
the
and
right-
blood.
you
to
got
try to
the
bring
I got the
right
it
right
in.
anime? Look at that. I'm not as disqualified as I thought I was, motherfuckers.
Okay, so the answer to the question was Izumi Curtis, the teacher of Edward and Alphonse Elric.
Dude, I was kind of right, not really at all.
Izumi Curtis was the answer. All right. So, I'm going to give you guys another chance, all right? Because we have another segment, all right, called Guess That Anime Opening.
Oh,
boy.
Dude,
man.
no.
You're
These segments.
You're talking to the guy who half the time skips certain openings if it doesn't interest me enough.
Well, I picked an easy one for the first one I'm going to give you guys. And the second one I picked is a little more challenging, maybe just a tiny bit more, but I'm going to see what you guys do. Now, I'll play the first couple seconds of the easy one. And you guys, one of y'all should get this. If not, then I'm going to disqualify all y'all.
Damn.
All right, here we go.
Triple disqualified.
3, 2, 1. That's all I'm gonna play. That's all I'm gonna play.
Wait. Was this Oh, I know what it is. I just don't know the name. It's is it the one where there's people that turn into weapons and then there's the people that hold the weapons?
Nope. Anyone else?
No? Oh wait, no. Oh, it's Death Note, isn't it?
There
Yes.
we go.
There we go.
Ding, 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 ding. We got a winner
Oh my
in the
God.
house, Majora.
Now for the next one, our second title or our second song for Guess That Anime. You guys ready
No,
for it?
but sure.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I'm fucked.
All right, here we go.
That fire.
I have no idea,
damn
but that
idea.
was fucking fantastic. I loved it.
I don't know, One Piece?
Familiar.
I don't know.
But I.
Not One Piece.
It was fun. It was
I was
fun, whatever
throwing
it
it out
was. I loved it.
That was from Code Geass.
Never seen it.
Fuck!
Never seen it.
Oh.
Shit! Qualify me. I love Code Geass. Oh my
How
god.
do you not know that?
And you didn't get that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I knew it sounded familiar too. Like, wait, that sounds really familiar. Like, I feel like I should really know this.
Damn, you deserve that
Oh
disqualify.
my god.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dandy. You do.
Get wrecked.
It's okay.
But anyway, that's it for our segments for today. Now back to Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, my question is, did anyone have any? I want you guys, if you have any, you have a little quick, funny story, a little quick thing for us that you guys experienced.
Well, I was the one time I was riding my horse, and I was just like riding, like, you know how you can ride like through a river to get to another path. Well, I was riding through the river, and a bird flew into my head and just died. Like I was riding my horse, and the bird just flew. There was a bird. It just came into the screen, hit me, died, like flew over the top of my head, and died on the other side of my horse while I was riding through this river.
Yeah.
I had one funny story which actually annoyed the hell out of me, but it was still funny in retrospect. I was trying to get this horse. I think it was a little one of those like random encounters where somebody lost their horse, and I was going after it, and I didn't calm it first, and I got bucked in the head, and it flung me over the cliff. And tumbled down.
That's amazing.
Another stupid one was that, alright, so this guy wanted me to get something for him. I got it for him. I was going back to give it to him, and as I went to go toward him, he ran in front of my horse, got trampled, and then he pulled out a gun and shot me, and I had to kill him, and I lost freaking honor for it. but it's like the dude ran right in front of my horse as I was going like Mach 5 speed.
Damn.
God.
How did you not? You didn't kill him either, though, with him running him over.
Yeah, I don't know how. He just ran in front, got trampled over, got up, pulled out a pistol. Little shitty ass freaking cattle freaking pistol. Revolver. Just
And you're like, looks like I gotta kill this guy now.
in my head, I was just like, shotgun, explosive slug round.
Mine was something I actually saw in a video because I was playing. It was when I lost my horse for the second time, and
For
I
the
was
19th time.
and I was in the middle of the wilderness, and I was trying to run back to camp or try and steal a horse from somebody or something. So I'm in the middle of the plains, and I go on my phone actually to talk with you guys on the group chat on it, which is kind of funny. So I'm on the phone, so Arthur's standing still, and I never thought this would happen to me because I saw it in videos, but a fucking deer tackled me while I was on the phone.
Oh,
with
that's
you.
amazing.
God.
That is perfection.
great.
And I almost died because my health meter only had a little bit left. So-
Oh, you know what? I think I know what video you're talking about. Is it the one where the person's trying to skin an animal and just gets trampled by a buck?
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that. It was a random tackling, and that shit happened. And the video, I think he was doing something, but I forgot what it was. But when that shit happened to me, I thought it was a glitch, some type of shit going on at first, and then I saw the deer running away, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I saw a video like that
Oh,
where
man.
the guy was trying to tame the white horse up in the north, the rarest horse in the game, and he's like,
And a fucking
yeah, and
nowhere.
it said like after an hour and a half of tracking this horse, and he's right up next to the horse. He's about to get on the horse, and he gets murked by a deer and dies.
Oh my
That's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
0 out of 10. Hate this game.
Uninstall
Uninstall.
immediately.
Who's seen the movie? Anyone here seen the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio called Revenant?
Yes.
Yes, with the fucking
Yeah, that happened. I experienced that bear scene a couple times. in Red Dead Redemption.
No,
tell you
there was
what.
one stupid random encounter where this dude was trying to track an animal, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna track it before this guy gets to it. I go tracking it, and around the fucking rock corner, this bear comes out of nowhere and mauls my ass.
I will tell you what though. What's even more scarier than the fucking bear is the goddamn cougar.
I have not encountered the cougar
Oh
yet.
my god.
It's one.
Neither have I.
And I got off my horse. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna kill this. But like, I ran past him. And I'm like, all right, like, you know, he hit my horse and like kind of like bucked me off of it. I'm like, all right, this guy's fucking dead. Like, I'm pulling out my shotgun. I'm shooting him in the fucking head until he's dead. I go to pull my shotgun out, and I barely get it out of the holster. And next thing I know, the cougar just turns around, looks at me, and just fucking leaps forward and just mauls me. I'm dead instantly.
Oh my god.
Instantly.
Damn.
They are fucking vicious.
Goddamn kitty cats. big old kitty cat come up and scratch your face.
I think I actually screamed when it lunged. I was like, "Oh my god!"
You know, it's better than those damn O'Driscolls.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's the theme for the episode. The theme for episodes, those damn O'Driscolls. I can't do the accent, but that's our theme.
Damn O'Driscoll.
Damn, Driscolls.
So we're pretty much coming close to the end of our episode for the night. But does anyone have any final tidbits they
I
want to
would
give
just.
out?
You can go.
I was just gonna ask, who's your least favorite character in the story so far? Mine by far is Micah.
I would agree with that. Actually, I do not like Micah.
I fucking
I'm
hate
not a huge
Micah.
fan.
I've hated him since the fucking
Yeah,
beginning.
Micah is very, very, very annoying.
Mike is a
He's a
piece of
fucking
shit.
Douchebag. He's a piece
I'm
of shit.
just gonna put it out there. Mike is a piece of shit.
He is the biggest piece of
Yeah,
shit. He
I
is worse
agree.
than Edgar Ross from Red Dead 1.
Because
Who, by the way, if you didn't know, that's the person who is Ross that's always accompanying Milton.
Well, but like for final thoughts on the game, I would just tell everybody listening, if you haven't picked up this game yet, do yourself a favor and go out and experience
Oh my
this
God.
game for yourself. Like, we could talk about it. I could talk about this game for another 5 hours. We could all talk about this game for another 5 hours. But you need to get out there and you need to pick up this game and you need to play it and experience it for yourself.
We can talk about it, but you know, at the same time, we talked about it for the next 5 hours. That's 5 hours that you could have been playing this
That's
game.
very true.
Exactly.
That's true. That's
Like,
true.
It is the most value per dollar in a game that I have bought in the last at least 5 years. It is spectacular.
I wouldn't go that far.
For me, it is. Oh, okay.
Did you do The Witcher 3?
I didn't care for it that much.
The gas.
Disqualified.
Let's not
Take it away.
let's not digress. But yeah, everybody definitely play the game. As someone who has not really, experienced a Red Dead Redemption experience, prior to this game, playing it, I definitely see why the hype is real.
This game is so in
you can do pretty much. You can be any kind of cowboy you want, or any kind of outlaw you want, or whatever the fuck you want to be. You can be it.
You can be a great person in the game, or you can be the worst person that you could be.
Yep. In fact, before we go, who amongst us has probably the worst honor?
I'm for it.
Oh, I probably have.
I'm a good cowboy, you motherfuckers.
What'd you say?
My thing is,
and what'd you say, Dandy?
I'm absolutely like hardcore into the red. I mean, like,
oh, you are.
Anyone that can say to me like, "Oh, you better back up," like you're getting shot in the head. Fuck you, man. I don't have time for this shit.
There's no coming back. Like, I paid off all my bounties. I try to do everything right, but no matter what, whenever I look at my karma level, it is just so down under.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I think we've covered it. I think we covered it well. The only last thing I have to say, very last thing. God damn O'Driscolls.
Oh my god. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in to the Geek Blues podcast and listening to our Red Dead Redemption 2 episode. All right, there's going to be more to come, more segments, more funny sound bites. All right, and if you have not played Red Dead Redemption 2, I've got the perfect sound bite for you guys.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
That being said, Dandy Guy in Space, Bill, Major, thank you guys as well for joining us.
Always.
You are the co-host. I don't know why I even said that.
You're still getting used to it.
All right. So anyway, that being said, everyone, have a good night. And you guys, you want to say good night to our
have
listeners?
a great night, guys.
Good night.
Take it easy, guys.
See you next week.
All right,
Keep your
peace.
shit together. Watch out for them O'Driscolls.
Yeah.
See you cowboys next week.
God.